So I was not making a comparison to femicide, okay? I said that I know as a father of a daughter, if there's gonna be a crime that compromises her safety, it's most likely going to be perpetrated by a man. That's what I said. But I also said that as a person, as a man today, one of the reasons I don't go out much is because of my perennial fear of being dragged, even in the most upscale places, because it's happened to my friends.
Okay, and the reason that's a problem for you is, you must be alluding to something. Do you feel like it's being excused because it's women dragging?
No, I'm not saying it's being excused.
Okay.
It's not being excused. I'm just saying that crime is most likely to happen from a woman, okay? And my point was that both genders do bad things to each other. Okay? That was my point.
But one gender does
more bad things.
A man goes to a club and is afraid of mchele. A woman walks to her home and she's afraid whether she'll walk out there alive or not.
Right.
Now, where you're supposed to stay...
Mchele could kill you, bro.
Mchele could kill you, but you go to a club once a week. But her, she goes her home every single day. It's her daily life. And the man she sleeps with on the same bed is the man who may turn out and kill her.
Yeah, just like there's a beauty queen in Langata who killed a guy, okay? And then we now celebrate her beauty.
We're not excusing that. All we are saying is this, that we've got as men to talk that enyewe kusema ukweli, even though we are saying the underlying issues. But we're doing badly.
But are the issues gender?
In all statistics,
or are the issues values?
I think, and I know you have some points. I'll tell you why I keep coming back. And it's not pushback, because like I said, I respect everyone's opinion. I think sometimes it comes from, it's not recognized. We don't hear enough men say, yeah, we can see that you're scared. We can see that you feel unsure. We can feel that you're afraid. We can feel that you don't have the right access I do. Sometimes I think it comes down to recognizing. Because the issue comes up is that you express your fear. You express there's a problem with femicide, or you express that this is wrong. And instead you get a lot of, what are you saying? Sit down, go to, and I'm like, why are you refusing what I'm saying as if I don't have a right to feel afraid? I don't have a right to be concerned. I think based on everything that's said there, and the thing is, you're all, you're pretty exposed, and you seem to have, you're in touch with some of these issues and dynamics. I could easily say in many ways, most of you, Maurice will sidebar, are allies, but I think that issue about you're not recognizing where I'm coming from, that it's like he's saying, it's my life. If I enter a lift, I don't know, if I'm trying to go to my basement at night, I don't know that I'm safe. If I'm trying to get home, I don't know that the man I love, because I've cosaned with him, it could become an issue. So it's not to say all men. This is not man bashing. It's to recognize that there's a trait that makes it, that comes out as though I as a woman have every reason to fear more and to be afraid, and that not being recognized by a lot of men. Janet, and them saying it's in your head or it's not true.
It's not in your head. Janet, I acknowledge your fear. I acknowledge your concern. I have it every day for my daughter. I acknowledge it. And it's one thing to say, this is what I'm afraid of. It's one thing to say, this is what my concerns and my fears are. It's another thing to say, let's call it a gender issue against those people. Do you understand? And that's where I'm drawing the line.
But there's a fundamental problem.
Let me finish. I'm drawing the line between sharing your experiences and your fears, because those ones no one can argue with. Okay? They're yours, they're your truth. And for those, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to live life like that. I'm sorry for every woman who has to think, am I safe? That's not a right way to live. But guess what? There are men who have fears as well. And they're speaking about their fears, and that's their truth. To label it in a manner that demonizes a gender, at that point, I draw the line.
Okay. Can I add on what he's saying? So the thing is, like when someone asks me, like, are you a feminist? There are people like Chimamanda who would drive me to say yes. But then you have to understand, it's kind of hard, the way you said when you're saying about the conversation of femicide on your podcast. I came to realize it's kind of hard for me to be a feminist, but I can be an ally. And as I said, ally is both ways. So it means that I understand that, Janet, you have your fears, but also you also understand that I have my fears. Like, for example, when we were at Amnesty, the issue was brought up about the Sexual Offences Act, right? Whereby, yes, it's good in that it is used to deal with sexual predators and everything, but then you have to also, there's the argument that it's also abused against the boy child, in terms of when you have cases of underage, both of the parties are underage, the boy is likely to be charged as an adult. But that's a men's issue. So if I brought it up, that it doesn't mean that I am trying to undermine what the feminist is saying. And that's where the allyship, we don't have enough allyship between, it's not even men being allies to women, we also don't have enough women being allies to men.
So it comes back to his point about the dialogue needs to completely shift, in the sense that women appreciate where men are coming from and vice versa. And whereas also women feel like we can do that if we feel like you're recognizing where we're coming from. So it's about...
But let me tell you why I think I disagree with the money slightly. If you
I disagree completely.
If you are a perpetrator, you have no right to demand how a victim reacts to your acts of aggression, perceived or real. If you're bitten by a snake, and you're admitted in a hospital, and the people who come to visit you to say, oh, sorry, come carrying snakes, would you be afraid? Because the snake reminds you of an incident that, even if it's not that snake that beat you, any snake reminds you of that moment you're bitten by a snake. So there are women who are beaten by their husbands, beaten by their boyfriends. You've seen stories of women whose bodies were cut into size and put in garbage bags. It was done by a man, somebody who looks like me. And therefore, for me, it's not my way to say that what you're saying is wrong, or what I need to say is this, that I understand your pain. I may not even understand your pain, because I've never been a woman. I don't understand what it means to be afraid. I don't understand what it means to walk afraid. But what I can say is, please make me understand. Even your anger, even your trauma, even your frustration. So I feel like many men, yes, they mean well, and we are all allies. But sometimes the way we respond to women who have been victims, or women who feel fear, pushes them away. It looks like we are delegitimizing their pain and their fear.
That's an interesting point. Okay, we have to end it there. You wanted to raise a point? Yeah. Okay, the last point.
It is becoming apparent as we talk to each other and listen to each other that we don't perceive reality the same. If two people are looking at the same thing and seeing it differently, then we are operating under different stimuli. I don't understand. It's talking about 87,000 women. I think 87,000 women
yes.
last year that
2018 were murdered.
Yeah, but
killed.
Okay, I think that's just diverting attention from the real issues. What you should ask yourself, why is this happening, and why is it that are men doing it? That's the question that you should dig deep and
I feel like that's what we've been getting to the point of, but also without excusing it, because sometimes when you're like, why did you do it? And in a sense, it can excuse it.
No, then let's why are you stealing? I like going instead of prosecuting the corrupt, why are you stealing?
Yeah.
Or instead of prosecuting bad drivers, why did you drive bad? Or instead of prosecuting thieves and criminals, we say, why did you do that? Why did you rape?
But we have to. We have to. That's the law.
No,
the law insists that you must look at intention.
And you must
you present in a court of law, not in the public of opinion.
The difference between murder 1, murder 2, and manslaughter is intention.
Yes.
If you kill someone while you're driving, who jumped onto the road,
yes,
okay, and intended to commit suicide, you hit them.
Yes.
But did you murder them?
But that's the work of the police to find out the motive.
But no,
is it exactly, are we the police?
No. What I'm saying is that the question of why is an important question.
We are victims. As we stand right now, we are perpetrators as it stands now. A perpetrator has no say in how a victim feels about the issue. That's why we need an independent body. The police needs to decide, was it murder 1, murder 2, or manslaughter? Yes. Then the court, we take evidence to the court, and then we convict a person.
We really have to end this. You said we cut you off. Sorry, please finish your point.
Yeah, and also when you are giving us the statistic of women that have been killed, please give us the statistic of men in prison. Give us the statistic of young boys that were killed during demonstration, and why they were killed and why they were demonstrating. Please give us the statistics of men that are mentally ill are on the street.
Or even the statistic of men killed or mutilated by women.
Yeah, I like going back to the social orientation, and that's the basic part. men and boys, you have a boy, you buy him games to play and toys.
Yes.
Yeah, men, we were brought up playing games, and we really do good in games, FIFA, football. And the reason why we love games, because games, they have rules, they have points, and there are chances of winning. And when we enter even in relationship and everything, and this the reality, we take it as a game. We say that when I seduce a girl, I say that I've scored a point. Yeah, but if you change the rule of the game and a man can no longer score, then men become bitter and we become frustrated in life. And basically,
I hear you, but I don't know that you're. I actually hear what you're saying, but I also I don't know that it's right. But I hear you, and thank you for raising your point.
Much.
We have to call it out. Thank you. I think this is a conversation that could literally go on for days.
I want it on my podcast.
But I think as I ended, I think the best way we can make some kind of headway, it comes down to understanding where everyone is coming from. I think, like you're saying, the dialogue bit, but also recognizing the different challenges. Because if we don't, when somebody doesn't feel like what they're feeling is justified or recognized, it just continues to spurn your, you continue to be really upset because you're not recognizing where I'm coming from. But thank you all so much. We have to end it there. Thank you.